Romeo Montague. He just got turned down by Rosaline and is feeling very upset. His cousin Benvolio tries to cheer him up. This is Juliet Capulet. Juliet's father is trying to set her up with a man named Paris. Her father decides to set up a masquerade in hopes that she will see Paris and fall in love with him. Romeo's cousin Benvolio decides that the two should go and crash the Capulets' masquerade ball. There, Romeo spots Juliet. As in most Shakespeare plays, Romeo and Juliet spot each other from across the room, and it is love at first sight, and they become inseparable after a kiss. A love-stricken Romeo Montague soon discovers that Juliet is actually a Capulet, and he is very distraught by this news. Juliet finds out that Romeo is a Montague, and this is very upsetting to her because the two families hate each other. Despite this rivalry, Romeo decides that he must see his love Juliet. He finds her balcony window and calls to her. This is one of the most famous scenes from Romeo and Juliet, where Romeo and Juliet exchange vows of love and decide they are to be married at once despite the rivalry. Friar Lawrence agrees to marry Romeo and Juliet, and he hopes that one day this wedding will stop the rivalry between the two families. The following day, Romeo and his friend Mercutio run into Tybalt Capulet. Tybalt is angry because Romeo was at the masquerade and decides to take his vengeance by killing Mercutio. In an angry rage, Romeo kills Tybalt Capulet, not even thinking of the consequences. The prince banishes him from the kingdom. Although Juliet is upset by the murder, she decides her love for Romeo is more important. They spend the night together and consummate their marriage. In the morning, they bid farewell, not knowing when they'll see each other again. Friar Lawrence concocts a plan for the two lovers to be together. Juliet is to drink a potion that will make her appear dead. Once she is laid to rest in the family tomb, Romeo can come and retrieve her. Juliet's father decides that she is to wed Paris, so Juliet drinks the potion one day early. Friar Lawrence heads off with a message to Romeo to let Romeo know that Juliet has drank the potion early. Romeo never receives this message and hears of Juliet's death. Romeo buys a vial of poison, deciding that he should kill himself rather than live without his precious Juliet. Romeo goes to the family tomb and finds Juliet, thinking she is dead. Romeo then decides to drink the poison and die next to his beloved wife. Soon after, Juliet awakens, finding her lover dead beside her with an empty bottle of poison. She kisses his lips, trying to take the poison from him to kill herself. However, there is not enough poison and the attempt has failed. She finds a knife and decides to stab herself to death. On the discovery of their children's bodies, the Capulets and the Montagues finally decide to let go of their rival they've had for so many years.